This letter says the Qunari came to these ruins because the Eluvians connect to Halam Shara.
An attack on the Winter Palace.
Was... some sort of infiltration. There's no more details.
This is crazy. They're acting like we're at war.
Are they?
I don't know, boss. I wish I did.
Let's look for anything that explains why the Qunari came here before we go. A note about an unknown intruder coming through an Eluvian. They turned spirits against us, then fled.
It must be a mage. They killed any Qunari in the way and let the spirits do the rest.
Two parties then. The Qunari and a mystery agent determined to stop them. Come on. We have to warn people about the Qunari's designs on the Winter Palace.
One dead Qunari was bad enough. Now we have more, and they're hostile.
This makes no sense. The Qunari may not...
They also have no reason to be here, or using Eluvians at all.
I've had the mirror...
Cullen, please just call me Liliana.
Yes, you're... Liliana.
It appears the relative peace and quiet of the last 2 years is...
First the Blight, then Mages and Templars, then Corypheus, and now this.
We must ensure that the Qunari do not disrupt the negotiations. The Exalted...
I'm certain you can soothe the nobles' ruffled feathers while we solve...
Not when the Inquisitor insults everyone present by walking out in the middle of the talks. Our only advantage is that Orlais and Ferelden are divided in goal. If they unite against us, Divine Victoria will have no choice but to support their claims. We could lose everything.
Be that as it may, the Qunari must be our top priority. We can worry about the politics later.
My apologies. I will attend to the Exalted Council.
And while Josie does that, we will investigate.
We, Your Holiness?
You do, Josie?
I'll head back to the crossroads. We need to find out what the Qunari are doing, and why they attacked.
And I'll have a quiet word with our honor guard.
Everything going all right so far?
I'm surprised no one from the Council of Heralds wants your...
You just missed them. Duke Cyril keeps asking me for spoilers for my next...
I don't understand how you could...
When the ruler of a Marcher state dies and there's no heir, the only none of Kirkwall's nobles actually want the throne. They can't leave it empty, though, or some other state like Stark. I complained about the empty office when it interfered with my reconstruction efforts. They took that as volunteer.
Any word from Hawk?
I got a message from, well, best not to name an entire chain of smuggling syndicate. Anyway, Weishaupt is apparently the special... I'm not entirely sure how it'll all play out, but my money's on Hawk walking away from the Warden's fortress as it
So Bran used to be Viscount and now he just...
provisional. Pretty much.
With a permanent appointee, finally, in the Viscount's office, I am...
He means my true calling is arrogantly telling people they can't. He's good at it, too. I'll be...
Need me for anything?
What do you think is going to happen?
Maker, I have no idea. The Inquisition shouldn't have to give in whenever some prissy noble gets their knicker.
You're more comfortable being called by your...
Comfortable? To be quite frank, he was an ass. And reclaiming my name has allowed me to reconnect with people I've... It wouldn't have happened without you.
It's nice to have everyone...
What does it mean when we need a huge diplomatic tour? I got the chance to have a few drinks with Sarah. Miss that girl. It's still a little awkward talk, but the commander appears to have forgiven me. Finally.
Until later.
Take care.
It was the same boy. His mother on the ship, his father in their homeland. He grew up lonely. Or didn't. His friend had to die because he thought they were people. A slow arrow.
Hello, and shh. I'm trying to figure out why everyone is acting so weird. You see it, right? There's something going with the elf servants. Makes sense after that ruin, right?
When you start going on about elves...
Yes, you're ever... Point is, the servants have no complaints. No asking for a Jenny. They serve this...
So, the nobles are nice, and the...
Two things that have never been true. Mark that I said it. We're fighting Canary, but something else is on the up.
I suppose you've a lot to say about that elven...
They're not even demons. Just big magey knobs punching down. And yes, the shits who you... But... Always waiting for that fight is way too much work. It's like doing half... I'd rather worry about people I care about. Like you. Are you all right with it? The creators.
I'll make sense of it eventually.
Good that someone's trying. Better that it's you, because you can do it.
It's been a couple of years. As if...
It's weird meeting back up and seeing everyone get their grey. First time I've been anywhere long and... Liliana's friendly when she wants to be. My people sometimes... All that blood and thunder just so everyone can live well an hour once around. Good lesson, I suppose.
We'll talk later.
Oh, one thing. I have a new Jenny near Wycombe. Says you saw when your clan... Well, I'm sorry that got lost while everything was happening. He says there could be survivors. A few. But they would have got away by being hard to find, so... For what it's worth, anyway. Not much, I suppose, but...
Wish I hadn't burned all my contacts with the Ben Hastrath. Be nice to have some idea what they're doing right now.
Yeah, but then you'd be on there.
Yes, but I'd know things. I like knowing things.
The charges have been with the Inquisition for a while.
No complaints, your worship. We'd disband and join the Inquisition officially, but the chief...
The loyalty is touching, Krem.
I'll talk to you...
Anytime.
did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall?
I hear you've been rebuilding.
Slowly, but yes. I managed to find... Some of them weren't suitable, and I did not ask them to return. Others... We've since recruited a few candidates who are going through training now. What comes after this, I cannot be certain. I'm making it up as I go along.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I need to be better than fine. I want to build something that is worthy of lasting.
So what do you think?
You ask me just to poke at me and see if I react, don't you? Most Holy's reforms are interesting, to say the least. Regardless of what I think, you and I both remember the dark times we faced. Sadly, others have
What do you think of the
They are frightened of your power, and there is no longer a hole in the sky to remind them that it was needed.
They might be right.
Do not say that near them unless you want to give them... Even so, I would wait and see where this leads.
When has that...
I'm an optimist. Just ask Varric.
I'll see you later.
Farewell.
something you needed?
Have you had a chance to speak with...
Some, yes. Liliana has kept in contact. Arguing with her in person is far more satisfying.
Is there anything I should know?
We were permitted soldiers here, but our every move is watched. Some things never change.
Is there any news from Ferelden?
My sister Mia keeps me informed. As I understand, she's training my nephew to best me at chess.
All good news.
Not all, but most of it is, and that's good enough.
Do you remember the first time we came to...
All too well. The reason we're here is because we made a difference. That's worth enduring the political...
I should go.
Inquisitor?
Divine Victoria.
Please don't. It would be nice to just be Liliana again for a few days.
As you command, most holy. Tell me about your nugs.
Oh yes, a litter was born just a month ago. We are weaning them right... If you are hoping for one, I'm afraid they're already spoken for.
Do you miss being...
I think I miss the people more than the... Josie, Cullen... I didn't notice how much... We're right, of course, but it's not the same.
Have your agents any news I should hear about?
There is activity in the Tirashan. No news of Solus, however.
Perhaps later, Lily.
I'll be right here if you...
Darling, what can I do for you?
I wanted your opinion of how Divine Victoria is working.
Liliana is managing to hold the Chantry together, just barely. Likely your influence.
How are things for the Circle of Maid?
If you call it the Circle while they're in earshot, you'll never hear the end of it, my dear. The College of Enchanters is a ridiculous mess, but it's still a useful institution for training mages.
Quite the party, wasn't it? I hear it left the Orleans... Andraste's herald, the Inquisitor, toasting a Tevinter Magister. Not a bad scandal to leave on.
What is this
I believe my father set it up, but they'd love for the Inquisition to fall apart. So they're happy.
That make...
No. If Dread Tevinter actually pushed for the so they send a nobody pariah and hope for the best. Makes perfect sense to me.
What did you do in Tevinter?
I went home. Twice. The father was only there once. I also went to Carinus to see my good friend Maeveris. Then I settled some of Alexis's affairs. That wasn't fun.
Any thoughts about the Exalted?
A few. Divine Victoria needs a new... From the paintings of Liliana in that enormous robe, you'd think she was pregnant. As for this whole Exalted Council, but I warned you once that no one would thank you for saving the world. So long as the Inquisition's around to remind them they're not really... Whether they have the guts to take action, I suppose we'll see.
Another time.
I look forward. What do you think now?
Tell me, these strange spaces past the Alluvians, are they safe to explore?
None of it's been as bad as the nightmare in...
I will take your word for it. You've accomplished so much in the calm of these past years. I wish you did not have to imperil yourself for us. Again.
I must admit, after years of dinners and
I only wish you had fewer Qunari in... I will do what I can here. Once the Qunari are dealt with, brace yourself.
path wasn't there before.
What's that? All right. Let's see where they were going.
need to find out what these Kunari were up to. So let's go see, shall we? Looks like there was a bad cave-in. Look at all that. The Kunari have a huge operation here.
You can practically feel the current. That rock hanging above your head. Smuggled an unpopular barrow. Insisted we use the deep road so no one would follow. Ninth day out, we camped in a cavern by a lake. Stunk to high heaven, but I couldn't place the smell. Walked to a car. I shouted orders, grabbed a sword and a lantern. I told my men to run, cut down the door, and toss the lantern into the lake. Into flames. So we fell in the water. Found the surface just in time. Flames went for dead. Still alive. They say the lake has no black and full of monsters. Lovely.
Look, someone up ahead. I think he's human.
Stay back! Oh, wait. Your hand. Are you the Inquisitor? We don't have much.
The Vidasala. That's a high-ranking Bin Hasrath.
Not anymore. I don't care whether you serve Fenharel or not. Someone has to stop her.
Why do the Kunari think that the Inquisition serves Fenharel?
I don't know. The Vidasala said it, and we've had agents of Fenharel causing trouble all over the crossroads. I assume the Inquisition was their army. That you came here because Fenharel told you to.
Who are you?
My name is Jeren. Sir Jeren, once.
You're Kunari?
Kirkwall was... madness. I stand for order and discipline. Protecting the innocent from magic. But this plan... it's as mad as...
What is it you...
This place is Illyrium mining and process. The Kunari need it for...
Dangerous thing. It's what the Q...
Even as a Templar, I'd never seen anything like the power. And now Vidasala is giving them lyrium. A lot of lyrium. It's part of something...
That's a load of crap. There's no way the Vidasala would...
There's more to it than that, but I couldn't find out what. The Kunari don't like it when you ask too many questions.
Where are we? Why the...
This place is close to... something like a... As for the mirrors, I don't know. Maybe the elves were mining here too.
What are you doing down here?
The Kunari wanted me to teach them. Everything where it comes from, everything I knew enough from my time in the Order. They figured out more. I'm not sure how...
The Kunari can't be mining their own lyrium.
It killed the Kunari at first. But Kunari workers have a discipline only Tranquil can match. And they're quick learners. They figured it out.
That's not seriously the name.
You know that most Dragon's Breath destroys everything in it. She said it would save the South. This mine is the only source of lyrium. They're using Gatlock, the explosive powder in the round casks, to mark. If you get the primers from Central Supply, you can prime the Gatlock and detonate it. The mines will go up in flames.
All right.
I doubt my blessing counts for much now, but... Deep Stalkers and Cave-ins will cut off reinforcements. But they'll still come. You've got to find the Vidasala to end this war before it begins.
There's no telling how bad things will get when I destroy the mine. You'd better get moving.
I will.
Let's go. We have a lyrium mine to ruin. Saw the Kunari make these things explode. Maybe we can use them to get out of here.
It shouldn't be this dark. Dwarven buildings are lit by molten rock. That doesn't just go out.
I keep feeling like I'm gonna bang my horns on this crap.
No worries about fighting your people, Bull.
I'm not Kunari anymore. Whatever they're doing, I will to stop. So don't worry, unless we have to fight.
Unstable. Here they come!
I've lived with the Kunari threat all my life. If it escalates, it won't just be Tevinter fighting them. All this lyrium. If the Kunari want it, they can make a fortune.
There's one of the mining platforms. Now we just need primers.
This cavern is barely holding together.
I see you, Baz.
What a well-oiled operation the Canary have. I think we should explode it, don't you?
Sound good.
So the things we need to make the Gatlock explode are in here? Excellent.
We're almost there. We've got the primers. Let's go explode some Gatlock. Let's get out of here and warn the others about this Dragon's Breath plan.
I doubt the Oxmen or that rising floodwater will make it easy for us.
Should see where that leads. Make it far. Josephine, we're probably at war with the Q. Anyone?
Don't look at me.
They're going to kill me.
Dragon's breath. The Qunari always enjoy their metaphors. But what does it mean? I still do not understand why they accused the Inquisition of serving Fenarel.
We know that Mythal actually exists.
What you describe in the ruins certainly implies that the Dread Wolf of Elven legend is a real person.
But how does that implicate us? What?
Hopefully we will learn more after we have stopped them.
Let's see the Exalted Council try to disband the Inquisition after we've saved them from this dragon's breath.
We must find out what Dragon's Breath is first. For now, our only lead is the Qunari leader, the Vidisala.
Gentlemen!
My apologies, Lady Josephine. There has been an incident with one of your soldiers.
How dare you? It was bad enough that the Inquisition chose not to inform the Exalted Council of the Qunari corpse.
Orlais would have been happy to help with the matter.
But now your own guards are attacking servants? You have overstepped your bounds.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention, gentlemen. I'll see to this personally.
Thank you, Inquisitor. Orlais...
Secrets and lies. Do you understand why You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
What's going on here?
The Orlesians tried to take one of our people, Inquisitor. We've secured the area.
This is the Winter Palace. You cannot simply seize control when one of your guards attacks a servant.
The Inquisition is handling this. When some noble commits a crime of fashion, you can take over.
I only asked what he was doing.
And when I refused to bow to the Inquisition's dogs, you attacked me! How would you like us to handle the situation, Inquisitor?